Hi guys, it's Jacob from StringBuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being the music journalism site, links are in the description down below. And we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by DeMarco, and that's On The Level. So I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. So going into this track, I must admit, I don't really know too much about DeMarco and his music or anything about his demeanor. I have heard positive reviews and seen positive reviews in the past, seen him featuring in videos as more of a cameo and in interviews rather than actually as a featurette musically, but this new track has been dropped basically out of nowhere, so shall we see what I thought of it? Well, I actually really enjoyed it, and I love how spacious and far out it really seemed. It created an atmosphere that's very similar to what you'd expect to hear from someone like Macintosh Plus maybe, and because of that I actually felt it was immediately entrancing. I think the vocal performance is almost haunting, yet this chilled out scope which the instrumentals create meant that the vocals are a little bit more laid back and stuff. It's kind of a weird vocal performance to really sum up, so it's just a really enjoyable track. It's just a little repetitive, it is definitely a little repetitive, and if you don't like the opening sequence, I doubt you like the rest of the track at all, but for someone like me who did enjoy the jingle pop melody and did enjoy the watery pads, I have to say I recommend it. Production wise, the track is a little dependent on the texture it creates, and I just so happen to really enjoy that texture. Usually I hate watery toneless pads, I bang on about it all the time on this channel, but they kind of worked here as an eerie backdrop, or as a subdued backdrop to an almost acid house sounding synth melody. It worked really well in collaboration with that. The bass is also thick and wholesome in that low ground, and as I've already said, the texture in this track is just good. It's fun and it's catchy and it's memorable. I think the vocals are fairly well mixed too, and although they did seem quite spacious and fall into the background fairly often, I did feel that was purposeful, and I still feel they were produced fairly well, and the diction of each word was strong, so I could understand everything that was happening. When it comes to the musicality of this track, I really liked the atypical jazz-like chord progression on the keys. I also liked the lumbering feel and momentum of the pads, and I also enjoyed the slow jam-like vocal approach, which meant that the track was largely legato in just about every single aspect. I enjoyed the hook a lot in this track, and I think it's probably going to be stuck in my head for the next week or so, which isn't annoying, and I don't cite that as a bad thing at all, because like I said, I enjoyed it, so I'm going to be humming that away. The track could have probably done with some more decoration though, because it's not the type of song that suits, you know, bang up variation, huge changing parts, because it's a slow jam, it's a slow vaporwave like jam. But if there were some extra homophonic melodies added, or even some extra harmonies introduced, I think it would have really put the track on a new level. I'm so sorry for that terrible pun. Lyrically, the track is a little far out again, and although it's not nonsensical per se, I don't think the lyrics in this track were written to be looked into all too much, so I'm just going to leave it at that. So all in all, a fun and catchy track, and certainly unique from what has been released thus far this week, so I gave it a G rating of 7 out of 10, and this is the 5th review in a row that's got above a 6 out of 10. That's a positive week, that's an exciting week, so I definitely recommend you check out all the other tracks which I've been talking about recently. I guess that's somewhat of a plug. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, comment what you think in the comment section down below, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.